So then, how's everyone doing? We're back. What's changed? Quite a lot's changed. Most of all, I've got to basically let us get a jack out before we get into this, because we're going to go deep into the rabbit hole right now, and I'm locked out. Brilliant. So then, what's changed? Quite a lot. Quite a lot has changed. Car-wise, not a lot has changed, but we've started a new chapter in life, really. I've managed to bag myself my dream job. So recently, the YouTube stuff and everything's kind of taken a bit of a backseat whilst I focus on building the start of my career at a company called Chronicles in Newcastle, which is where I now work. It's my first job in the automotive industry, funnily enough, and it is something that I've always wanted to do. So yeah, if you didn't know anything about Chronicles, you should definitely go and check them out if you're interested in some of the stuff that I do. Chronicles stuff is absolutely insane as well. Anything from Group B rally cars to Le Mans and anything in between. Road cars, back box deletes to full F1 grade. Exhausts, manifolds, systems, everything you could possibly think of. Racing components, roll cages, anything under the sun. So it still doesn't feel real. It still feels like I've kind of I'm just starting to find my way in the world, and it's just like all falling into place. It's weird, but I'm massively appreciative of the opportunity that the lads at Chronicles have given us, or the gentlemen at Chronicles have given us, should I say. So yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true, and that's why I've kind of been quiet recently and I haven't been up to much, so on YouTube anyway. But yeah, starting to do some sort of social media promoting for them, so this is going to come in great for that. What do you reckon of the camera? I can't quite see the screen, I'm quite far away, but mate, it's so much better than an iPhone, so much better than an iPhone. We brought you here today to talk about change. We brought you here to talk about the cars. We've brought you here to just have a bit of a catch-up, really. Since you last seen the Jetta, it's changed a little bit. I'm in the process of gathering a load of bits and slowly changing it. But the last time you seen us, it was probably completely standard, to be fair. But now we've got an Edition 30 splitter on that I test fitted the other day just to see if it was going to fit before it all goes for paint. I've got some other bits to go for paint. So that's going to go for paint. Couldn't get the original one back on, so that's why it's still on there. A bit sad about that, but we've vinyl wrapped these, which were chrome, these little trims here. They used to be chrome, but now they're not. We've de-chromed the window trims, and we've put on, wow, that's a big spider. What do you want? And we've put some 18-inch Golf R Pretoria alloys on. They are reps. It's not a show car. They bolt on. They're pretty surprisingly light, and they were cheap as chips. Pilot Sport 5 tyres. And we've got a nice little induction kit, which I'll show you shortly, which was can't remember the name of the place now. Integrated Engineering over in America. Make some pretty cool products. I thought it was a little bit more out of the ordinary compared to what you see on a lot of S3s and Golf GTIs and whatnot. So I thought, yeah, we'll go for that. So, yeah. The original plan was for this car, and why I bought this car is because I've never had a high horsepower front wheel drive stupid car. And a little story about the Jetta. If you didn't already know, it's got a 2-litre TFSI engine in, and they aren't sought after, but they're very rare. I think there's 70 on the road in this country. They were known as a sport model. Now in America, they made a base model Jetta with the PD and probably a TFSI of some kind in as well, 1.4 petrols and 1.6s. I'm not sure what else they did, variation of engine-wise. But basically in America, they made a Jetta GTI, which they branded as the Jetta GLI, which was like full, nice splitters on the front, slightly more trimmed up body. They had their side skirts on, nicer wheels, different rear valance on, and they came with the Golf GTI engine in, which this one has. But in this country, we never got the Jetta GLI, so the sporty Jetta, we just didn't get it. So originally I wanted to build a Jetta R. So Golf R engine, Golf R rear subframe, Haldex controller, high 400 horsepower, boost bus. It would be jokes. But now the more I drive it, the more I miss front-wheel drive cars. I think I'm going to keep it front-wheel drive for now. The rear subframe and stuff, four-wheel drive, might happen in the future. I don't know enough about it right now to give you a comment on it. And we're going to go for a full KO4 setup. I've got the turbo, I've got all the boost pipes, all the sensors, whatnot. And we just need an intercooler, bigger brakes, because these are woeful. And I mean shockingly woeful. We're going to get rid of those, put some bigger Audi S3 or Golf R brakes on the front. Nothing crazy, just OEM upgraded stuff. I'm not going mental with this car. I will definitely be lowering it at some point. I think I'm probably just going to get some Bilstein shocks and some kind of lowering springs kit to go with it. Some black GTI headlights, 100%. I've been toying about getting rid of the chrome grille, but I don't want to hide the fact that it's like a Jetta. I don't want to put like a honeycomb grille in and make it look like a Golf GTI, because I don't know, now I've blacked all the trims and stuff out. I kind of like the grander spec chrome. Makes it quite unsuspecting, but it is what it is. It looks way better with it blacked out. And we've got some Golf GTI side skirts, 5-door Mark 5 side skirts to go on, which I thought were the same. No, they are not. I've spent 2 days just dressing them up, getting them kind of fitting right, and we're going to get a little rear lip spoiler for it. And other than that, that's the cosmetics done. We're going to black. There's a little trim on the rear of the car and two small little reflectors that we're going to black them out as well, because they look awful. I'm not going to bother with the GLI rear valance. I quite like the arse end of the car. It doesn't really need much doing. So small little boot spoiler, bigger brakes, suspension, KO4 turbo kit, clutch, high pressure fuel pump, 380 horse Jetta. It's going to be hilarious. We've got company. Came all the way out of the woods to try and stay away from people, and here we are. He's probably just going to ask us what I'm doing, to be fair. Excuse me, what the fuck are you doing? So, Honda-wise, we haven't really done much with a Honda recently because of money. We've got a little bit of fabrication to finish off on the shell, but nothing serious. But yeah, that's what's going on. I thought we just needed to kind of make a little update. It's nothing serious. But yeah, I think we'll go for a little drive. As far as roads go, northern Northumberland towards the Scottish borders doesn't get much better than that. We'll get this all wrapped up and we'll go and have a little drive in the Jetta, see what it's like to drive a bone standard, kind of bone standard, TDI shelled, sporty engined bus. So, cool. I had slightly higher expectations of this engine than probably what I should have, but I mean, I don't know, I've never had a petrol turbo car in my life. It's not a car to be driven hard right now. It's standard suspension, tiny little brakes, not even vented on the rear, so that lets the car down a lot. Like if I was to set off and really push it around some bends, 2 or 3 corners after some really hard braking, the brakes would be completely gone. Yeah, these are the roads that I kind of grew up learning to drive on around here, on the forestry roads, on all the gravel tracks and stuff. This is where I'd done the majority of me driving before I had a licence, or should I say, on me provisional. Nothing but trees and tarmac. Fucking perfect. We're not going mad, like I say. This is the roads are greasy. I haven't been up here in a while, and the Jetta is not built to drive fast, funnily enough, not yet anyway. So, but yeah, the roads up here are bumpy, but little KO3 singing. So yeah, it's as far as the A to B car goes, what it was intended to be built for, brilliant. You can do 40 miles a gallon as well. I had to do 42 miles a gallon the other day coming back from work. Welcome to the Scottish borders. this is where it gets good up here. Can't wait to get the KO4 in and get some serious surge noises going on. Fuck. I can't believe this is happening. Come on, man. The one day I have to like make a decent little video, go and travel somewhere cool, and I get this. Should have expected it, really. Oh, come on, I need to get past these fuckers, like, caution, young lambs. So maybe it's just as well they're in front of us. Oh, little lammies. Hello, sunshine. But it's very comfortable. You get a surprising amount of feedback through the steering wheel from the front end. You can feel what the front end's doing, kinda. Gearbox feels good. You get no feel through the brake pedal. The standard brake pedal on this car is it's probably the worst I've ever experienced on any car ever. But besides from all of the negatives that I'm going through, the chassis feels good. Like, it rotates nicely. The standard alignment is nothing to be excited over, because I just don't know. I think it's the standard amount of camber and everything that these cars run is just shocking. And the brakes are starting to disappear, and I'm not even driving it hard. So you can see where the improvements need to be made on this car already, I guess. So brakes, suspension, and all of the obvious mods would be a great addition to this car, I think, and that's all it kind of needs. I'm not going to go mad with it. Just want it just to do this. Standard open diff, shit brakes, shit suspension, and even with all these upgrades, this car doesn't have any of the fancy stability control, traction control, you know, all that stuff is not present in this chassis. So that's why I thought it'd be a good starting point to make something somewhat of a decent little driver's car, but something that's also a comfortable, dailyable, drivable car. You don't really see many of these as well, so I just thought it'd be a really cool little project. That's a nice bump. That's a nice little bump. But yeah, definitely be nice to get a nice little exhaust system made for this, and so I can actually hear what the car's doing. A little bit of surge there. Even without the KO4, you do still get a little bit of compressor surge coming from that KO3, and it is quite enlightening when it does it. That standard traction control system is utterly dangerous. But yeah, that's the Jetta. I don't think you need anything more than that. I think we've gone through enough today. So yeah, plans for the Jetta, KO4, bit of fun. More Honda content coming soon during the winter time. And yeah, cool things coming, man. I mean, the sky is the limit. So I hope you all enjoyed catching up. If you didn't, drop a comment, tell us what you'd like to see. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe, let us a comment, and let us know what you liked about the video. If you want to see more POV and silliness, then we can do that. So we'll leave it off there. Signing out in Newcastleton. We'll catch us all later. She's laughing her head off at us. What a day. Right, anyway, I'll catch us all later. I'll leave us to it.